Hello. Hopefully, I stay on. Because I tell ya, between YouTube and my internet, I don't know what's happening on what. I don't know if it's YouTube. I don't know if it's my internet. Scott went and reset the boxes. So we will go from there. But I wanted to share. I'm up. I've had a very long last few days. Family issues with my father-in-law. So I am taking a little bit of time to myself now that I have it. And my sister-in-law has been giving me and Scott a little bit of a break. I took a long nap earlier today. I was up half the night yesterday. But I woke up. My Amazon birthday was here. So some is a birthday present from my husband. He told me just to pick something because my birthday's on the 7th. Go from there. So I've been wanting, something I wanted to buy, something I came across. Buy from Amazon. I got like 100 of them for like 17, 18 bucks. Well, I bought another size. You get 100 of them. This is this size. Not bad. So, goddamn it, my Amazon. I got this size this time. Amazon. Money. My money from YouTube. And then I saw these. Kathy did this unboxing where she gets a monthly subscription. And it comes with these bags. And I'm like, I want those bags. She says, Amazon. So I bought this set where you got all different sizes. You got a big size, which this is 30. Got that size. You got 4 that size. And then, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of this size, which is nice. And then I can't remember what I paid for this. 1, 2, 3, 4 of this size. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of this size. What a good bundle I got for the price. It wasn't bad. And you got like this size. More like a pencil case size. And then two of that size. And 2 of this size. And then 2 of this size. I really didn't need the smaller ones. But for the price and the value, I went with this one. Because you could buy just this size. You could buy each one of these sizes by themselves. I went with the variety pack, I guess you could call it. So I'm very happy with that. It looks really well made. That's from Amazon money. And then this is my next thing. Amazon money. I've never had chalk markers. So I decided to get me some chalk markers. Got 48 different colors. We're going to play with them after I show the rest of my stuff. It's a nice color. They are made by Joe. Jump Off. So I want to see if they're different from using acrylic paint markers. Who knew? So that was Amazon money. My birthday's on the 7th. And Dad's like, what do you want for your birthday? And like a few items I got on my wish list. And he says, okay, go get them, buy them. So I did. Everybody must be sleeping tonight. So, first off, came across these fluorescent neon, and you can put them under fluorescent light, but they're acrylic paint pens. You get 2 size double packs, 7 fine tip, 7 medium tip, and they're supposed to be neon colors. So that's a birthday present from Scott. And a pack of stencils. Stencils will look familiar. They are the ones that Tammy Passion won in her giveaway. I think I ordered the same set, but different size. Like hers mine are a little bit bigger, but not by much. So let's check these out. Oh, I got this one. Ooh, nice. This one. That one. That one. These are nice stencils. That one. That one. That one. Ooh, look at that one. These are really nice. I'm glad I picked these up. This one. That one. That design. That one. This one. That one. You get a good variety for, I think I paid $14, $15. You get like 30 some of them. 30 of them. Hearts. Zigzaggedy ones. Nah, I don't know which one I want to use first. I like them all. Flowers, or I guess not. Some sort of fleur-de-lis. Ooh, that was cool. I just think you could turn them. Have it this way look. Go this way look. Yeah, there's all the way you can turn them to get a different look too, depending on them. And that way, this way. There are not too many in here that I have, so that's a good thing. I have a couple odd ones that I've received, like in a D-stash I bought. Most of these I don't have, so that is awesome. That's a good bundle. I liked it when I found it. I thought, I want my own set, so got that. So now, we're going to check out these markers. Piece of delusion paper I keep. And I'm going to check out the chalk markers first. So, box here. For first time use, hold marker vertical with the pointed up the tip to pressure. With the cap on, hold upright and shake well. Press tip in rateable surface until tip fills with ink. Okay. All right. I'm going to give it a shake. And sometimes, and I don't know about this, you can turn them around to have the different one you want. I like that side, so we're going to do that one. Press down. I don't know the difference between the chalk and the acrylic. So I'm gonna see if I can tell the difference. Ooh, that's cool. Might as well do a cover nice. I'm gonna test every color while I see how, because I want it to. So, like a mixed media page layout at the moment. So that's the blue. 48 colors, guys. I'm gonna get on here. I'm gonna change the tip around right away because I don't like that other side. So looks like a minty green. You can tell they're outside, they're cold. Nobody's watching. Oh, it's finally coming. That's all right. I know it's late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning almost. And on a weekend. Ooh. That's cool. Very light minty green. Okay. Go over another color too. Gotta test it a little bit. Probably to have them dry a little bit better too, because I'm picking up the blue from the other one. I just mixed it. Just cleaning the tip off a little bit. But you can go over another color. Just try to make sure the other color gets dry better before you do it. I'm impatient. That's the minty green. Let's grab a hot pink here. Or it looks hot pink to me. And they are made by, I think I paid $34 for this. It wasn't bad price in my opinion for 48 of them. I didn't think that was bad for that price. I'm going to try to do 2 at one time here. Speed this up a little bit. I'm not going to prep every one. I just want to play with a few of them. And then we'll do a couple neons. So I'm really curious on the neons. We'll just do these 2 more and then we'll do the neons. There we go. Oh, I like the pink. Look at how bright the pink is. That's awesome. Pink's really, really bright. This is a green tone, like a teal. Almost a little bit lighter than the one I had before. Or the one before is a little lighter. But look at the... That's cool. So there, I'm happy with the 4 that I've tested. Should we do one more? Let's do... let's do a yellow. Yellow's the one color that drives me crazy the most when it comes to paint pens. I mean, there's a couple of different shades of yellow in here. Yes, it seems like they don't. We'll do 2 yellows. Here's another one, a little darker. Always seems like yellow doesn't come out the yellow I want when I get paint markers. Put that one over there so I know the right color. Let's prep the yellow, and then we'll do the neons. Okay, I got, yep, all right. I want to make sure I switch the tips on both of them. I'll look at something after I'm done, too. It's been a long weekend, and the weekend's not over yet. I don't know if I can tell the difference if you put acrylic up and the chalk up. I'm not, I don't know if I could tell the difference. Oh, it's a bright yellow. That's for sure. Ooh. Okay. That's the other yellow. Oh, it's more of like a fluorescent yellow. This one is. That's cool. Well, going alongside each other. Oh, now I got pink on my tip. I gotta clean that. It doesn't take much to clean the tip. I still got a little bit of pink on there, but not much. That's the fluorescent. Here's the first yellow. Oh, I got pink on this one too. Yeah, I'm impatient, guys. No. I'm impatient. So you can tell the difference between the 2 yellows. Definitely. You can tell the difference. Them are the chalk markers. So let's mess with the neons. And the fluorescence column. I was excited when I saw these because I love fluorescent colors. I always have. Hot pink is one of my favorite colors. So you get 14 and you get a fine tip and a medium tip in here. Look like that. There's the fine tip. Oops, little card. And you can actually says UV black light. So they're supposed to glow if you put a black light. I don't have a black light to test that out. I just got those somewhere. So we're going to just grab, let's grab the purple. Shake it up. And twist the color. Oh, I wanted to see on here if it says with the color itself. No, it doesn't. Okay. So you have to go by the cap here and the cap there. I think I got the caps mixed up here. Yep, I did. Okay. So you can twist this off. And then twist it back on. And pull the cover off. And let's get started. You gotta prep it, of course. It's like the clock ticking. Tick, 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 tick. I get the color to come. Tick, 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 tick. Most time it don't take long. See, these are the neon, fluorescent neon made by Artship Design. Yet, 7 fine tip, like I said, and 7 medium tip. And I think they were like 14. There's that thing you can scan. Free 1-year warranty. All right, I got this prepped. So, nice. Good detailed. That's the purple. I like it. I can only imagine what it would look like underneath the black light. So that's a purple one. Let's do the orange. And then we'll do the big one. Ooh, the orange is cool. Yeah. Nice. Orange is awesome. All right, that's the thin, the small tip. So let's do hot pink. There's like 2 different shades of like an orange pinkish in this. So let's do the hot pink. It's the bigger tip. Okay. Oh, I know what I should test it on. I'm going to get it here after I prep this one. I'll test it out also somewhere else. And I bet you the chalk markers would work too. So test out one more way. To get that into the tip is like a sponge. It's got to get painted. Oh, there we go. Whew. Not as bright as I thought the pink would be. The one in the chalk is more of a neon pink to me, in my opinion. Oh, look at it. That's the chalk. That's this one. I expected more of a pop on the pink, I'll be honest. right one. Yep. Okay. I have journals all over. Like I started this April 2021. So I call it my black journal because all the pages in here are black. Oh boy, there's more done in here than I thought I had. Okay. Alright. There we go. So let's see. Let's get a new stencil. Hi, Teresa. So let's get a new stencil. Okay. All right. How are you? Oh, we're just waking up as usual. Yeah, I came back from Scott's dad's squad. I don't know, one-ish, and took me a very hot, relaxing bath and turned around, told Scott, take me a nap, I said. He was like, okay. And I just woke up a half an hour to an hour ago. Yeah. And he was actually home. His dad's sleeping. His sister's down there. She's spending the weekend. And going home on Monday after they go to the bank. And take care of some business. And he just went to the gas station, get himself a cappuccino, and was headed back down by his sister and his dad. And getting things in order, including the house, all on Monday. Yep. I'll tell you about it after. But has he gotten any better? A little bit more perkier. Yeah, like upbeat. Like I said, I don't think he's on deathbed. You know, I just think he sees it coming in the near future and he wanted to see his daughter. He wants to get things in order. And I said personally, I said, Scott, maybe this little scare this time again was just a way to get his daughter up here. I don't know. I hate to say that, but because it's all about getting things in order, and she took a personal day on Monday so that all three of them can go do what needs to be done. That's all I know. Husband is not with her because Dad told her straight up, no in-laws, as he puts it. That's how he put it. It was funny. That included me. And I went home. I was home before she came. No great grandkids, no grandkids, no husbands, no wives allowed at the house. And he was adamant. Yeah, he was adamant. That's like the only reason I was over there this morning before Annette came is I washed all his bedding. So I went soon as Scott told me he was up and sitting at the kitchen table having breakfast. I was over there. Boom. Did all his bedding, made his bed, did all his bedding and then his load of laundry of his little bit of clothes. And I was home, like I said, by 1 o'clock. I think 2 o'clock as she showed up. And they got down in the dirty details Scott just told me, and she had to call her boss or supervisor and ask for a personal day on Monday, and Dad didn't give her a choice. Because he was laying down the law. Scott said it was kind of funny, too. So these are the neons that Scott got me for my birthday, Teresa. 7 fine tip, 7 medium tip neons. I came across them last week, and Scott's like, what do you want for your birthday? So I told him. And he got me the stencils and the neon markers. And I got my 48 chalk markers and my tags with my YouTube money. Oh, I can't get this one off. Come on. There we go. So I wanted to play with them. Because everything was supposed to be here yesterday. And they were delayed because of weather. And then Scott didn't even realize he said they must have been delivered after he got home, because I got up, started chit-chatting with him, and looked on the front porch, and they were all sitting there. And he's like, baby, I don't know how long they've been there. I'm like, what? He said he came home after I got his dad to rest, and he kind of dozed off in his chair for a little bit. He's taking like cat naps kind of thing. So you got 7 fine tip and 7 medium tips in this package. Right now I'm messing with the medium or the fine tip. Oh god, cap, and they are hard to get off, man. And I got the tags into also. Here's the new size tag. And here's the ones I bought before. So these are the 12 and these are the 10. Well, I thought that was pretty good size difference. I'm happy with that. Ooh. No. Yeah, with the new ones, yeah, on the black. But this whole book is already colored. But I wanted to see how the new ones looked on the black. Ooh, look at that. I'm happy with them. And it says if I wanted to UV/black light fluorescent glows, they glow in the dark. So if I had a black light, man, can you see? That'll look so cool on the wall. But I checked out the chalk markers. This is the yellow's chalk marker. This dark paint part, that's chalk. So that's cool. I got that wad of stencils that we got Tammy, but I got the bigger ones. That was one of them I just used. That's my birthday present from Scott. That's my birthday present from my husband. I told him not to spend too much on me, so I didn't do a lot. But I'm going to call it because I don't know what else to do. That looks cool with the fluorescent. I might do a fluorescent one on here with the big ones in a second because I got the bigger tip over here. So you get the same colors as in the small, as in the big of the neons. I think I paid $14 or $14. I didn't think that was bad. I don't know how many people are watching. Nobody's talking except Teresa. Everybody saw. I like that. I got a round. That's cool looking. I like, I don't got a lot of round. Cool. Good to remember. I don't remember. Check out the big ones. Oops. Oh, here's. I was like, where did my paper go? Don't remember. We'll do this side real quick. Wow. That's the pink. Or pink. God, that's the green. Am I offering on you, Teresa? Let me know. My internet's been crazy today. Scott reset the boxes, but I don't know. Oh. Dropping stuff all over because of my guts. Oh, there we go. It's back up. Okay. What the hell? Okay. I'm prepping 2 at a time, so. Shook, shook, shook. And orange is something to be desired. I think if I shook it up maybe a little bit more, it would look better. I probably didn't shake it enough. Let's see. I shook it up a little bit more. We'll see what happens there. I don't know. Not happy with the orange. Let's see about the yellow. Oh, now that one's cool looking. Oh, don't move. Okay. I'm prepping them all at once. Well, actually, I can. Put the color on this one real quick. That one's already prepped. Shake, 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 shake. Okay. Bring them down. We're prepping them. So, what have you been doing besides waking up? What's everybody out there doing? I have 4 people watching me. Hey, come on, 4 people. Well, okay, 3 people because I got you guys on double. I got you on my computer on YouTube and I got my laptop sitting in front of me so I can see the chat better. So that means I have 2 out there watching. So that's all right. That's okay. Okay, I got them prepped. back on. Put that one back on. We'll do this one first. Ooh, the purple. I like the purple. I just thought they'd be pop, but you know what? They're a neon, so. So that's like the purple. And this is like a, I don't know, off pink, orange. I don't know. Different tone of orange. I don't know what color you this one. Just got this. Now it's a blue moon. And then we have pink. I'll finish off the.
Like, what color I wanna grab? I think I got them all. All right. Oh, that looks so cool. That looks cool. And you know what? I'll let this dry and I'll probably go around it in white. Just to get that effect. I'll just do one. Just so you can kind of see. I might have to... Oh yeah, this one's a dead horse. I go through so many white. That might be a dead horse too. You can hear. Yeah, I might have to prep a new one. I think I've got a lot of dead horses in here. This one sounds a little fuller. Okay. Yeah, and then I'll just go around it. I have to clean the tip. But you get the point. I'll go around them all in white. Teresa says I'm buffering real bad. Well, I got 5 minutes, so we'll just finish out the hour. This is how I clean my tip. If everybody wonders, how do you clean the tips? You know, I get a baby wipe. I'll pull the tip out. If you can. Sometimes some of them you can't, like this one. I don't think you can pull the tips out of these. Yeah. Some you can. I just go like this. Just because they get clogged up with the dry paint. So just kind of work it a little bit. Then reshake it and repep it like it's brand new. And most of the time, it does the trick. Yeah, I didn't prep it long enough though. You know. Yeah, plus this was almost dead. So I try to get as much I can get out of these pens. Plus, you know,
I should wait till these are like really dry. It'll work better too. That always helps. I'm impatient. Oh. And make sure you've got no paint on you. See, I just did a boo-boo on that side. Oh. Yeah, see, this one's almost, they're dead. Nothing in that as I'm looking. Yeah, it's dead. It did. It did. I got a jelly roll, but my jelly rolls don't like me. Yeah, see, none of my jelly rolls. Look at all the ink in my jelly rolls, and I can't get them to work. They don't bug me. Bugs me, guys. Time to get a new white one. Oh, shoot. Black. Black. Ooh, lucky I got white ones coming in. I only got 3. Oh, nope, I got a whole pack. There we go. I was like, wait a minute. It's the one thing. It's a constant buy. Ugh, these paint pens. Because I use them a lot. For me. See, hear the difference? Okay. Alright, so nothing. That's how you know. And I try to get every ounce of paint out of them, too. And then I hold them up to my light and I look and I'm like, yep, there's nothing in there. And then I'll set them like this. So if there is any paint left over in them, I try to get it all down and yeah, there's nothing left. That's a dead horse. That's a dead horse. Brand new one. Here we go. Look at the difference. Instead of fighting a dead horse, get a new one, Gina. Sometimes just doing a page layout with just a stencil and some paint and just outlining it. It's cool. And if you ain't spot on, you're not spot on like I am. I'm not spot on. Far from it. Far from it. Boom. But I'll just continue outlining it. Just get your, this is a Delusion Black Journal. I don't alter this one in any way except, doing backgrounds. I don't like gesso with black, nothing. These are, I just do this. Yeah. I may leave them like you see a lot of them. I just kind of doodle. I just think it's pretty. This is some texture paste on here. This is something that's left over, and I'll probably just build on top of that. And you see, I'm just going to outline this one, and this one's done. And then I can maybe just leave it like this. I may add one of an image I got going on. Who knows? I never know what I'm going to do until it's done. I may go around it. I didn't center this one too good, because if I would have centered it, I could have did like maybe some outline going around it outside. I still could. And what I mean by that, I may just do lines. I may just doodle around it outside to like frame it in, which is kind of cool too. And what I do is I get, hang on. Where are they? Oh. Why is it when you want something you can't find it? You think you put it somewhere where you can find it, and now that you think you put it somewhere where you think you can find it, it's not there to find. What the hell? Alright, I don't know where my delusions are, so hang on. I usually use my delusion, but I don't know where they are at the moment, so we'll grab a Timmy Holtz. And I'll go to the edge, line it up, and I'll go. And I'll just move it every so often. And just keep going all the way across, and then I'll turn the book and do it that way too. I'll just keep going. I'm on a roll. So. I know where to go. Scott's down at his dad's. I'm here by myself. All myself. All right, I think I got them all. Roll it back up. And I'm trying to stick with the stencil thing to make the line so I don't go into this part, but start from that part. The image or the stencil, you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. So some lines will be different than the others. And just kind of work it. And we'll call it done on that side. And I'll turn it and do the same thing. Just keep moving a little bit along. Longer one. So, and in the corners, now that they're finished, I did that all around. I'll come and just bring them out. You know, maybe draw my own little lines because sometimes it's easier when you get to the edge just to do it freehand. Go along. Maybe add a few if I think they need some, like this one I think could come. And bring that one out. Well, and then along the edge again on this side. I'm not perfect. It's not a perfect. Far from it. Far from perfection. Boom. There we go. And if you want, you can do this too. And sometimes it looks better. And now, I'm looking and I'm like, yeah, let's extend them across. Even if the ones go up further, I don't mind that. It's just a doodling. Because like say I went in a little bit on these on top I just realized that is not that big a deal. I don't worry about it. I gotta bring it all together. Okay. And then you can go inside if you want. Just do what you want. Make it look like stained glass. You know? And it all depends on the type of, the design of the stencil too. Isn't that cool? Make it look like a stained window. Hi, Nadia. It just kind of, I'm just drawing lines around the inside of it. And they don't have to be perfect. I just kind of them in different directions. Give it a look. All about a look. They need to be perfect look. Pretty good. Sorry. Oops. There. You know. Boom. Oh. Oops, this way. My bad. So that's on the black paper with the neon paints or paint pens. Yeah, it's not till the 7th, but it's been me and Scott are gonna be pretty busy. Scott's dad's not doing too well, so right now I think my next few weeks, months, who knows, are going to be very time consuming. So I'm taking every opportunity when I can. Sorry. And my sleeping habits so messed up right now. But I got all these new products and I didn't know when I'd have time to do a video come Tuesday. I'm on Dad calls it babysitter duty. He called it today. Come Monday, I'm on babysitting duty. I laugh at my father-in-law. He's got this sense of humor. It's funny. But yeah, so come Monday night, I'm on babysitter duty. So I'll grab like this. This is my plan. I told Scott because I'll go bored. Somebody just needs to be there with him. So like I told Scott, I'm gonna set up a art bag. Grab a bunch of stencils, maybe grab like this, and just do a bunch. Keep myself preoccupied. Turn the TV on, got a tea tray, and just grab my box and go. Grab my bag and go. And then I'm gonna set it up or go through and leave it down there in a space, and it's always there for me. I don't have to carry it back and forth. So I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow or today, I should say, later today. And so I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So when I'm down there, I can preoccupy my mind. But this is my black journal. Most of these are just stencils that I just, like this was a stencil. This one right here. Nope, this one. My father-in-law's not doing well. So, last week he went to the bathroom and then couldn't get off the toilet and sat there for 4 hours. Lucky for Scott. Scott stopped in. So now we decided that somebody's going to always be there with him, always. So I will be doing, maybe as my father-in-law called it, babysitting duties come Monday evening. And then after he settles down for the night, he doesn't want outside help. He does not want anybody from outside. So it's Scott, Annette. She's going to start coming up on weekends to get weekends here and there if she can, because she's raising her grandkids besides. But Scott's foster, he's 79. Yeah. My father-in-law, you would look at him right now, you think he survived the Holocaust. There's those camps that Hitler had. He looks like that. He's real skinny. He's real fragile. He's eating like a pigeon. He's living on oxygen. He's had it. He wants to throw in. He's like tells us all the time. Like he's got it in his mind that he thinks if he spends time with his daughter, he'll go to bed and not wake up. So And yeah, he wants to go. Yeah, all we keep hearing from him is, I don't know why the good Lord still has me here. I ain't worth nothing, he says, sitting here. I can do more up there than I can do down here, he says. And he's not starving himself. He just has no appetite. I'm like, he has no strength because he's not eating well. But he's, as the doctor Scott and I, you can't force feed him. If I get him to eat some applesauce, I got him to eat some applesauce today, a cookie, some toast when he first got up. And then Scott got him to eat some soup at lunchtime. And I don't know what they did for dinner because I was sleeping. We bought him a fish meal. I know he was going to have some of his fish meal I bought him. But he eats like a little pigeon. Like I told him, if you can't eat a big meal at once, Dad, eat small meals all day through. And he's been doing that a little bit. But I said, if you have no energy because you're not eating proper. And that's what I was taught when me and Scott called this doctor on Friday. Scott had the doctor on speaker, and I was talking too because he said, "This is my wife." He could, and Dad allowed it. Yep, Tina can talk to you, Doc. It's not legal, but he gave it over consent over the phone. And I was telling the doctor, I can't. What do I do? I keep encouraging him to eat, but I still can't get him. Can he maybe have another? Because he buys those little, I call them the little applesauce lunch things you put in kids' little lunches containers. He'll eat one of that and he'll say, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, well, can you have another one today? Well, he wanted it warmed up yesterday. So I stuck 2 in the bowl. And I stuck, to warm it in the microwave. You can't put it in the plastic container. So I put 2 in the bowl, warmed it up, added a little extra cinnamon to it, and he ate the whole bowl, 2 of those things. So now me and Scott have been doing that. We trick him. We've been opening 2 instead of 1. He doesn't realize it. He likes applesauce, so he eats it. I don't know how a person can live just on applesauce. And then I made myself, because I was starting to get a headache when I was down there today. So I said to Dad, it's okay if I make a peanut butter sandwich? Because I just wanted something. He's like, yeah, go ahead. Hey, he goes, I could handle a peanut butter sandwich. So I made him a peanut butter sandwich. He says, just a half of one. So I made him a half a peanut butter sandwich. He ate that whole peanut butter sandwich, the half of it, instead of 2 pieces of bread. I did 1. He ate it. I told him, I said, you know what we're missing, Dad? He's like, what? I said, bananas. Ooh, he says. So he's not totally not eating, but to me, he's not eating enough. And like the doctor says, you only can do so much for it. They're only going to do so much. So it's not like he's not eating at all. But we do make him take his Ensure. That's a big one. The doctor said is to keep him up on his Ensure. That gets all the proteins and stuff that extra he needs. And he doesn't really fight us on anything per se, but it just, looking at him and seeing how fragile and skinny it is, I just want to make him mashed potatoes and beef and get him bulked up. You know what I mean? It's hard. He keeps losing weight. We don't know why. And the thing is, as if he's got a cancer or anything, whatever, something, he's not going to fight it regardless. And if he is sick and he didn't tell Scott, because Scott usually drives Dad there, Dad goes to the doctor. It's up to Dad to tell us. Well, this time Scott's actually going in with them see the doctor together. The last time, Dad just went in. So if anything was said between the doctor and Dad, he may not told Scott it. And that's his choice. And that's me and Scott have accepted that. We did tell Scott this time Scott can go in the doctor with him to make our life easier. on us, because I told Dad, if you're sicker than what you're telling us, and this is just old age kicking your butt, fine. But if there's something else wrong with you that you haven't told Scott and I or Annette, we need to know, because me and Scott are your caretakers. There might be something I'm doing wrong and Scott's doing wrong that we should be doing something else. But if we don't know, so he agreed this time Scott can go in with him in to see the doctor, not take him. Well, Scott's taking him, but you know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, that's why we're me and Scott working out a plan, because Scott's a nervous wreck. My husband is so nervous. He can't keep missing work. He'll lose his job. He put paperwork in for I leave it absent, but we don't want to put that in effect until it comes down to the I hate to say it, the end. Dad's not to the end where he's bedridden, not conscious. You know what I mean? So between Sue, Austin, and I, and Diamond, we're all going to take turns. Scott's big thing is when he's at work. Scott works from 6 at night till 6 in the morning. And he not knowing. So from now on, I'm going to take the nights, because I'm a night owl. I'm up already. Sue, Scott's foster sister, and Austin are going to go sit with Dad during the day, and I'm going to go over at night. And I'll have the night. Sue's going to take Sue and Austin, and Diamond will come in between if need be. And then Scott will handle the weekend. Scott will do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I'll do Monday through Thursday during the night. Sue and Austin are going to handle the daytime. Net lives 2 hour and a half away. So she's not like she can be here, but she's going to come up and give us a break and Scott a break on the weekends. And Scott's been handling bathing him, shaving him. I handle like the household, in between. And we thought we were doing okay, that he was doing okay when Scott and I would go there for a little while. But due to the fact that he got stuck on the toilet for 4 hours last Thursday, that's what I mean. I said he can't. Scott and I made a decision. Dad he needs somebody there 24 hours a day. And then come spring, if he's still here in spring, Scott and I will be moving in with him permanently. Luckily, we're only 6 hours away. So today I said to Dad, I got a plan. Hey, we put these lights. You want to Christmas lights around this house? Pretty lights. They're blue, green. They have different, you can put them in different stages, different colors. I told Dad, if he ever needs us or needs me during the week, and if for some reason, I can't be there or whatever, he's got 4 of those little remotes. Turn it to solid red. If it doesn't go to your usual colors, which he runs the red, green, orange, purple, he runs the multiple colors. If you change that to a solid red, I notice it, I will be down there in a heartbeat. So he's like, that's a good idea. I said, it's a Batman call. So he tested it out today to make sure that it could go to solid red, and it went to solid red. Because I called Scott when I saw it. I'm like, what's going on? Why is it red? I wanted to test it out. I'm sorry, I should have let you know. So he liked that idea. Because as he put it to us today, I don't want you guys to have to give up your life 100% to take care of me. Because it's Scott and I mainly. But to watch him, it's hard not to cry every minute. Yeah, I've heard, yeah. That's like Scott told me today. He goes, I don't know what we'd do if I didn't have you, honey. I'd be on trying to figure out how I'm going to keep my job and take care of my dad. My sister's an hour and a half away. Yeah. And he doesn't want to hire like a nurse to come in or any of that. He does not want that. He's adamant about it. And you can't force it. So he thinks they're going to steal it blind. He's okay when it comes to the end and hospice assist or whatever. I don't even know what hospice really does, but Um, he does not want nurse's aid or person to do his medication for him. I put between Scott and I, we put his medication in his little trays with the initials Sunday through S through S and all. He's got an AM and a PM one. So he looks at it. Tina, I'm all right. Tina already cleans my house. Why do I need somebody to pay somebody to do that? I'd rather pay her. And I don't take his money because I have much to do. Me and Scott do his laundry, which ain't much to do. He doesn't have to bathe daily. That was a big thing, and we kept on getting told by my brother-in-law, your dad has to bathe every day. Well, guess what? The doctor told me twice a week is fine. As long as he ain't stinks, as the doctor said, if he ain't stinky, just give him a little sponge bath, you know? Yeah, so is my husband. See, my mother-in-law, before she passed away, asked to speak to Scott and I and asked us to make sure we always took care of Dad. And made us promise. She was adamant. And we promised her. And my husband and I will not break that promise. Regardless of, like Scott said, regardless if Mom made me promise her or not, I still would be taking care of my dad. It's a chore. It's about getting, like I said, a routine. Once we get a routine down, and it'll be easier. I mean, I could go every other day or every 2 days to see him, but since he's progressing into different stages, we're like him getting on a toilet and not being able to get off the toilet and sit in there until somebody, he could have sat there, Scott, because it wasn't my day to go see him I've been sick, because usually I went down every other day and Scott would hit in between before work. I won't go see him if I got a cold. I don't want to give him a cold. I mean, if he gets a cold, man, it'd wipe him out. If he got COVID, he wouldn't last it. So Scott, we got a big snowstorm here, and Scott was swinging it, couldn't get out of the driveway because they came through the plow and they dropped it all at. We live at the end of a street, so they came around from the dad's street this way, and all the snow ended up in our apron. Scott couldn't get out. He had to shovel him out or shovel a path out of our driveway down to Dad's to get the snowblower, and he went in to say hi to Dad, and that's when Scott discovered him. He's been sitting there, he figures 4 hours. He didn't have his phone. That's another thing. He keeps forgetting to take his cell phone with him or his house phone because he's got a house phone. Yeah. Yeah. He's okay, Dad said, every other day or every 2 days to shower. And he sits on a little chair and Scott helps him get in, and he wants to do his own washing. So Scott's just there just in case he needs assist. But he's it's so funny, Nadia. He wouldn't let me fold his laundry because I'd see his tidy whities. And he got over that this week because I folded his laundry. He's so embarrassed of his that he's old school. A wife should only see his underwear, So he, I just, I'm like, Dad, they're only underwear. I'm not seeing anything they go into. He just, my wife only saw those, he said. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. So he got over that when I folded his laundry and put it away. Because Scott's been doing that, but Scott was, I did his laundry today. I did all his laundry today, and because I did all his bedding. I discovered he was laying in bed yesterday, and I went in and I discovered he didn't have sheets on his bed. And I'm like, Dad, why don't you have sheets on your mattress? I didn't have the strength to put them on there. And I looked over at Scott, and and I'm like, well, why didn't you say anything? Well, I didn't want to be a burden. And I keep telling him, well, you're not a burden, you're a blessing. I'm like, here to find out he hasn't had sheets on his bed since the last time Scott did laundry. He told Scott, oh, I'll put the sheets on the bed. And Scott said he didn't, he just, like Scott said, like Scott said, I would realize something more Scott just throws the laundry in the basket, puts it in the dryer, and Dad liked to fold it. Dad would fold his own laundry. He just couldn't go downstairs to wash it anymore. Okay. And we didn't want to take everything. We didn't want to take over and take everything away from him. So Scott says, he said he wanted to fold his laundry. So I thought, folding laundry is not that hard. So we'll only discover he hasn't had sheets on his bed for 2 months because he tried to put them on, and he just got overwhelmed in his breathing that he didn't tell anybody because he didn't want to. And it's hard, I guess, like the doctor says, it's hard to accept when you're an adult man at 79 years old that these common things that you've done for hundreds of times, that now you can't do them anymore. Like, he handed Scott his keys to his car and said, take them so I don't drive anymore. So we have his keys to his car. Plus, Scott has to take him to doctor's appointments and all that. And the only one that's insured extra on Scott's dad's car is Scott. So Scott's the only other person who can drive it because Dad changed and saved money on insurance, but added Scott as a driver of the car. So Scott's the only one that can drive his dad's car besides Scott, or Scott's dad. Yeah. We don't know why he did that. He never did that before. So we don't know if he misunderstood it, the new insurance policy. We don't know, but or that's just like I told Scott, it may not be true. Maybe he's just not comfortable with anybody else driving his car except you, because he won't even let his daughter. I said, these are things, they get in, so you go with it. And then what was the other thing? It was just little things, Yeah. Well, I asked him if he wanted me to put the flat sheet on. He said yes. But so his bed's made. I washed all his bedding today. I washed all his pillows. We got him a new pillow. I actually bought him a new pillow because went to the chiropractor myself yesterday, and my chiropractor and I got talking about pillows. He's like, when was the last time you bought yourself a new pillow? And I went, And he says, if you can't answer me right away, it's been too long. So when we were buying me a new pillow, we bought Scott's dad a new pillow too. And then I bought him a heating blanket. He is in love with the heating blanket because he's always cold. Because he has no meat on his body. Well, he loved that heating blanket. We got there and he was because the neighbor came over and sat in the house while Scott took me to the chiropractor. And then we wanted a baby monitor so that we could, if he's sleeping in a bedroom, we could have the baby monitor in there. But then if I go upstairs to take a nap myself, he can call out for me. So Scott and I we were going to go get a baby monitor, and we were headed to Walmart. So when we were buying a pillow for me, we bought Dad a new pillow. He likes it because it's one of those Tempur-Pedic pillows. That's the type I get. So I got Dad one. And then as I was coming around and at the end cap, there were all these heating blankets. And I said, we should get Dad a heating blanket. He's always cold. Well, then we went back in the aisle. They didn't have a big heating blanket. They had a throw one, but it covers him. And then when he kind of semi-woke up and we got him to eat, Scott says, Tina got you a surprise, Dad. And it might be cold but we have to bring back your covers a little bit. You might get cold for a few seconds, but not long, I promise you. And he grumbled a little bit. I don't want to get cold. Scott says, I promise it'll be worth it. Okay, son. Scott got the heating blanket in there and then turned it on, and he felt that, and he's like, oh, weenie, how much do I owe you? He wanted to, and I'm like, Dad. Scott goes, no, Tina bought you this. I bought him my heating blanket with some of my YouTube money I got. I bought him a heating blanket. And now he says to me when he was at the kitchen table eating, and then he wanted to sit in a recliner. I got him in the recliner, and he says to me, can you go get the heating blanket? I'm like, yes, sir. Went and got the heating blanket. He was a happy camper. He told Scott it's the most best gift he's got in a long time. But I got him some insulated socks also put on his feet because he told me his feet's always cold. So I got him some of those insulated socks, that feel like a blanket inside of them. I bought me a couple pairs on clearance not long ago, and I sent the pair down for with Scott to give him. I told him about them. I said, it feels like you're wearing a sweater on your feet, Dad. Ooh, I said, yeah. But once we get the routine, I think we'll do all right. Like I said to Scott, I'll go stir crazy if I am down there and he's sleeping and I'm doing this. So me bringing something like my art journal, a bunch of markers, a coloring book, just to keep me preoccupied, I'll be fine. So, but we know, but I said it will eventually catch up on us that somebody has to give us like, okay, Tina and Scott stay away for 3 days, but they can't come in. And that's the thing that Scott clarified today with his sister Annette. We have a routine. Dad's going to have the same routine. Yous can't come in and change that routine because you're here on the weekend. You have to stick with what Dad, Tina, and I are doing. You can't, or it'll just make life harder. You have to stick to the main caregivers are Scott and I. You have to stick what we have set up for Dad and Dad has agreed to because we let Dad make the decisions. And now he's kind of let the free reins fall on Scott to make the decision. And I go by, like, I made a suggestion today. Nobody thought of it, and Dad liked it. He has to always have oxygen on. He does have a tank that he takes if he needs to go somewhere. I said, when he's home, we should put that in the bathroom. Okay, I will. Because that's what me and Scott were hoping is that I could, try to get something we could have where we could look in each other's phones. Yeah. So I said, when he's home, just in case, like say I have to run home and he goes to the bathroom, because he's still able to wheel around in his little walker thing. He's unsteady, but just in case he makes it to the bathroom for some reason and he needs oxygen and it's not there. But then his little tank would be there. He can get that going in between me showing up or you showing up. I go, there, just that off chance that say for some reason I gotta go home, change my own laundry, because I still have to maintain my own house. And so when Scott got back there, I mentioned that this afternoon when Scott came before I laid down for my nap because I was so tired. Scott and I were off and on till 4 o'clock yesterday morning. So I got home last night, and went to bed, and I was back up at 3 o'clock. And then I went down there and did all his bedding, and I got back home here at 1. And for some reason, it dawned in my head when I was sitting here just kind of just decompressing before I decided to eat something and take a nap. It popped in my head about his traveling oxygen. Put it in the bathroom and where Dad can reach it, just in case. Because this is what he does. He takes off his nose because that oxygen he's got, it can go all the way from in the middle of the living room to his bedroom to the kitchen, everywhere, even into the bathroom. But he takes it off when he goes in the bathroom. We don't know why. He tried to do it today again, and I think that's what clicked in my head, because he had to go to the bathroom when I was there. So he wheeled himself there. He got himself in the bathroom. I went and Scott was shoveling, so I got him he got himself into the bathroom, but he has a hard time getting up. And so I went and got Scott in the meantime. I got him in there, and he's like, yep, I'm down, I'm good. Well, guess what he did? took his oxygen off. As he's in the bathroom, doing his business, as he calls it. So on my, so now Scott told me they put the oxygen, the travel oxygen in the bathroom, and then they'll just grab it when they need to go. They have to go to the bank, and then they're going someplace else on Monday, and then on Wednesday he has a doctor's appointment. It's not needed anytime unless he leaves the house, so put it in the bathroom. Especially if I can't get him up, or he doesn't want me to get him up, I have to run and get a mail. He says, I don't care who helps me as long as it's a guy. He doesn't want me and Annette to see his business. He's very adamant. So, and we got neighbors, or a bunch of decent guys in the neighborhood. So they're like, call us Tina, because he's got, the things you buy to kind of take care of business so you don't have to move. Just have to turn my back because he used that earlier but he wanted, yeah, it's a long story. But it's just so funny. I wasn't even supposed to see his tighty whities, as he puts it. He got over that real quick when I folded his laundry today. He looked at me over his glasses. I told you I didn't want you to see my tighty whities. My wife was only supposed to see them. I'm like, Dad, they're only underwear. It's funny. Because he bought, and this is, he's limited, we limited him going grocery shopping a month ago, okay? Because he bought 6 pounds of hamburger, a ham that would have fed a family, a pack of pork chops with 6 in it, left them in the little plastic bags, okay, and put them in the refrigerator. And I come in the house and I could smell this odor, okay? And I am trying to figure out where it's coming from. And I opened the refrigerator and I almost died. I mean, it was terrible. Scott and I threw, I bet you, $100 to $200 worth of food away. I said to Dad, why do you have, I said, 6 pounds of hamburger. Why did you need 6 pounds of hamburger? Because he left it all in the package. I was going to make tacos. I said, what, for an army? And pork chops and what? In between buying that, he went to the store again. Okay, he bought that. He had that in there. And he went to this specialty little deli store. He bought himself some smoked salmon. Well, I threw it away. And he's been complaining I threw his salmon away. Well, it was rancid. I could smell it. The whole thing. It was turning. I said, Dad, that salmon wasn't good. You can't buy that and think you can save it for a week or two. You got to eat that stuff right away. It was turning green in the package. So Scott went and got him some salmon, the smaller pack, and he's buying for family, not himself. I mean, this salmon was a full salmon. It would have took him weeks to eat all that, especially the way he eats. So Scott went and got him a little chunk that big today. And because I told Scott, go get him some salmon. So he quits telling me I threw his salmon away. So Scott went and got him a smoked salmon. I don't know if he's ate it, but Scott goes, what? I said, go buy Dad some smoked salmon. Go to the deli, get a little chunk. Don't. So we told he's not allowed to buy meats anymore. I said, if you want a pork chop, I'll make you a pork chop. You want some tacos? I'll make you tacos. Quick. So we took over his grocery shopping because he gets home and he forgets. He has all well and good intentions, but he doesn't follow through. He wants a roast. So we're making a roast this week. I want a roast, he says. And I'm like, okay. So Scott tomorrow's going to take me to the grocery store and I'm going to make a roast. We're going to do it together because he wants it done his way. And I'm like, okay. I said, we'll go get everything. He made me a list, had me make the list, what he needs. And we're going to go get it tomorrow. And then him and I are going to make it on Monday, I think Tuesday, because he's got a lot going on Monday with Scott and Annette to go to different appointments. The bank, the attorney. Yeah. He wants to get things all in order. So I said on Tuesday we'll do the roast, Dad, and we'll have it for dinner. You and I, because Scott goes back to work on Monday. He's got Monday off. Scott called his boss, said I need Monday off for you. So his work's being an ass, but the doctor put a 3-day or 2-day emergency leave thing in till 3 days, I think it is. Thursday, I don't know, whatever. But it's just so funny. I think the funniest thing is my wife is always supposed to be the one to see my underwear, my tighty whities. It's fun. But it'll get better once we get in a routine. And he accepts the routine. Mm-mm. Great. It sends you alerts to your phone. So monitor him himself. Check it out under. I will. I'm going to check that out. I'm going to write that down. Because that's something me and Scott discussed. The camera system. WYZE. Okay. Yeah. Home camera. I'm gonna check that out on it. Yeah. I'm hungry. I just don't know what I want. Let's see what I got. Oh, almost ripped it. Come on, get off of it. There we go. Excuse me. That looks cool. Like I said, some I decorate, some I don't. Some I just leave. Most of these are just stencils that I just kind of stenciled and doodled. Some are just me scribbling for some reason. He just made me a better job of salad. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry. It's one of those things. I'm hungry, but I'm not hungry, and I don't know what I want. Trying, kind of feeling things, It's like, And then, you know what it comes down to? I said I don't want to cook anything. I'm tired, but I can't sleep. This is the thing. I just don't know what I want. And Scott asked me because he was headed to the cookie trip to get himself a coffee, flavored coffee. Oh my God. He asked if I wanted anything because he would have swung back this way before he went to his dad's. And I'm like, no. He's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah. If I want something, I'll call you and you can walk me. You can get another coffee. And he goes, you think so? I'm like, yeah. He starts laughing. Because it is 2:30 in the morning, so me walking alone on a city street. I mean, I do it, but Scott does not like me doing it. I'm like, who do want me? I say. I said, I got my mace. I got my alarm on my own key ring. He goes, still. Hi, Brian. So, but just since Thursday on, I've been going steady. It feels like. I know I've slept in between, but it's not a solid sleep, 3:30. Yeah, it's 2:30 here. So I think I'm gonna crash and burn tomorrow. I have a feeling I told Scott. Okay. I went to bed at 1 o'clock this afternoon and I couldn't keep my eyes open. I was sleeping by 2 o'clock and woke up at 9. And I'd probably still be sleeping, but I heard something, triggered when Scott came home about that time, and I must have heard the door. Because I'm like, how long you been home? And he goes, I just walked in the door, honey. I'm sorry if I disturbed you. I'm like, no, don't worry about that. Because he said when he came in, took his coat off, came down the hall, peeked in to see if I was in the craft room, and he peeked in the bedroom. He saw I was sleeping. So I must have felt his presence or something. And I've been up since. I was supposed to have Coda Bear this weekend, but with everything going on with Dad, I had to cancel again. The poor boys. Because he was supposed to be here 2 weeks ago, but I was sick. And now this with Dad. So Diamond and Sam sat him down and explained that we had to take care of Double G because he fell. And we had to get things worked out that it might be a while before the kids can spend a weekend or a night with me, Scott. And, they were sad, but they understood. Double G needs help. He's old, as Coda would say. He's as old as dinosaurs, as Coda. That's what he said. They call him Double G because when Allie was little, she could say great grandpa. So she went, so we Double G. Double G's as old as dinosaurs, right, Nana? I'm like, pretty close. He'll tell you he feels that old. But I'm going to call it. I'm going to figure out what I want to eat. I think I'm going to have a peanut butter banana sandwich because I do have a banana left. That's the thing. I don't want something huge either. I'm hungry, but I'm not major hungry. But, so I just want to show my new products, by the way. I highly recommend these. Jump Off Joe. They're off Amazon. They are a chalk marker. I liked so far what I'm using them. The neon ones I got, that's these. They do supposed to go work cool under a black light. And I'm going to test that theory because I know that we have a black light somewhere. But I wish on paper themselves they were a little bit more popped. They would pop a little bit more than what they did for my liking. So these I probably would not purchase again. These I would definitely purchase again. This is my birthday present from Scott. But I expected for being neon colors, they would pop a little bit more. So I wouldn't recommend them. Save your money on them. Alrighty, guys. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for listening to me ramble. If you don't see me very often in the next few weeks, whatever, I'm going to try to at least go live on the weekends when I can. I don't know so much during the day or during weeknights. Like I said, it's all up in the air at the moment. Because I don't want to hang myself out where with everything. And YouTube's not a job for me. It's fun for me. So that's how it goes. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Yeah. So if you don't see me, you kind of know why. I'm taking care of my father-in-law. So I may not have a lot of time on my hands to have this enjoyment of going live. I still will be creating. It just won't be on lives. I won't be having any sales here in the future either, I don't think. So he's a priority right now. So I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, be happy, be kind, be safe, be crafty, and bye for now. And thanks for telling me about the camera, Nydia. I'm going to check that out. Bye.